Okay, ladies and gentlemen, little sisters and brothers, allow me to ask you a question, gentle strangers. Remember a long time ago when we deduced through the scriptures, Psalms, various prophets, and even the anointed one to be exact, the only way for a chosen to endure to the end was for them to turn on, tune in, and drop out, meaning they must drop out of this wicked world kingdom and everything associated with it to be one of the third of all Israel to walk into the next eternal kingdom. You remember, don't you? It was during the time when I was warning you of the dangers of being liked. I beseech thee to tell me not nay, and allow me to ask you yet another question, gentle strangers. Remember my hand analogy? You remember, don't you? Where each finger appears to be a different, unrelated law, event, or technology, etc. But when they finally decide to pull the trigger, they will close each of their fingers together so that each finger that appeared to be separate have now made a fully functioning and operational fist. I can't hear your answer because this is a video. But if you remember those slivers of wisdom, let's check out a couple of related fingers, shall we? For the first finger, did you know the Anti-Defamation League has partnered with UC Berkeley to develop and deploy the Online Hate Index AI machine that, according to an interview with the Council of Foreign Affairs, said the technology not only flags content that administrator deemed unacceptable, but get this now, it also redirects your request to their pre-approved propaganda that will refute what you wanted to research in the first place. Basically, they are seeding your minds. Surely, little Miss Ivy and I are not the only people whose YouTube scroll has magically changed to complete garbage overnight, or notice the increased difficulties when trying to find specific subjects on Google. What does this have to do with turning on, tuning in, and dropping out, you ponder? Because of the next two separate yet related fingers. The next finger is ironic at its core. See, because you are a chosen, you are a peculiar kind of person. In this case, to me, you perceive the information they want you to believe differently. Well, just like we use our peculiar nature to realize our enemies are simply setting traps around what our God has already proclaimed, you know, like, since my God has proclaimed that we will always be the tail here, to ensure complete success, all they did was simply set up snares to entrap nothing but the tails. Get it? Well, if we use the exact same wisdom and understanding, check out how they have used your God-given strength to pinpoint you for the purpose of persecution. According to the New York Post, under believing conspiracy theories might make you a criminal. Study February 26, February 26, 2019. Cutting to chases. I'm going to let the beat rock because of you know who. Besides, a chosen will hear this information and automatically understand the crux of what is truly being said. Check it out. Quote, people who buy into outrageous conspiracy theories say that no human has ever walked on the moon or the ancient pyramids were built for aliens. Stop. for my understanding, I want to add, just me personally, I want you to add Black Hebrew Israelites. All right? As a conspiracy. You'll understand. Okay, let's continue. Quote, people who buy into outrageous conspiracy theories say that no man has ever walked on the moon, or the ancient pyramids were built by aliens, or the Israelites are actually coloreds, that's me, back to them, are more inclined to actively engage in antisocial behavior. That's the main finding of a team of psychologists from the UK Staffordshire University and the University of Kent, who investigated the wider impact these paranoia-fueled fringe beliefs can have on behavior. Personal quote, our research has shown for the first time the role that conspiracy theories can play in determining an individual's attitude to everyday crime. It demonstrates that people subscribing to the view that others have conspired might be more inclined towards unethical actions, study co-author and Kent professor Karen Douglas said in the statement. As such, the new study measured participants' belief in general notions of conspiracy, as well as how much they agreed with specific theories. Listen up, listen up. Those inclined to believe the theories were, personal quote, more accepting of everyday crime, such as demanding a refund for no appropriate reason. Now listen closely and perceive, quote, in addition, exposure to conspiracy theories was found to make people more apt to engage in low-level criminal activity. Listen to this twofold excuse. Quote, researchers found that this tendency was, personal quote, directly linked to an individual's feeling of a lack of social cohesion or shared values, known as ANOMIE, A-N-O-M-I-E. For the non-psycholinguistic out there, the ANOMIE is defined as, personal quote, the lack of the usual social or ethical standards in an individual or group. Or, as co-author Dan Jolly of Staffordshire put it, personal quote, listen to this, people believing in conspiracy theories are more likely to be accepting of everyday crime, while exposure to theories increases a feeling of anomaly, which in turn predicts increased future everyday crime intentions. Example, wow, did you hear that? So as you can plainly hear, because the evildoers knew through the scriptures there would be a chosen awakening, thus a chosen will search out the matters, they've successfully weaponized your peculiar thought processes against you. Why does this amazing admittance matter, you ponder? Well, when you realize everything you know into one thought process like little Miss Ivy, you will quickly realize this falls directly in line with the technology program being fine-tuned in Chicago to this very day. You remember? Pre-crime technology. Check it out. According to Forbes magazine, under the future of policing using pre-crime technology, August 14, 2018. Cutting to chases. Quote, when it comes to today's technology, science fiction rarely remains fiction long. With pre-crime technology, law enforcement is poised to leap into the 21st century with data-driven predictive policing. Predictive policing requires sifting through data to identify both key risk factors and the conditions under which crimes are likely to result. Law enforcement already uses statistics to determine which roads in neighborhood to patrol more frequently, but modern predictive policing takes this to a whole new level of scope and precision. It's not an oracle foretelling the future. Rather, it's various types of data helping law enforcement predict the possibility of crime-related events. This technology essentially operates like actuarial methods for policing. Sophisticated risk assessment for law enforcement. Example, bingo. This is how they will narrow their search for the chosen amongst their tares. This is how they will know who to bring into their synagogues. This is the reason we all must drop out of this society. And because they have played their hand by telling us it's data-driven, we must drop out of all social correspondence. Please do not comment nor thumbs up any of my videos to this point forward. Please do not. It's for all of our best interests. Just listen. You can thumbs it down. If you disagree, you can curse me out in it. That's all good. But don't thumbs it up, and do not comment. Not just my videos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell you. This, I should go to the next. I'm gonna do another video showing you just how far they've taken this thing. Even what you can't even talk to your clergy members anymore. You know, you're gonna have to do this thing from mouth to ear, and you got to watch out who you talk to, because the scriptures already told you you can't trust nobody. I want you guys to endure just like hopefully you want me to endure. You know what I'm saying? And to do that, we must not look at this thing with our own eyes and ears and understanding. We got to look at everything through the scriptures. And the scriptures tells us. The scriptures tells us. Couple that what they are willing to tell us. We got to be very, very careful. Be quiet. Just listen. Pray for me, to my God, for some protection, and I'll keep putting this thing out. You know, I have no scare in certain things, but I have scare for you cats. And sooner or later, your patterns are going to lead back to me. I'm not going to try to put myself out here unnecessarily, but I see what's going on. I really, really do. Well, I can't say I see everything. Of course not. But the little slivers he's allowing me to see. Wow! Okay? I am also, we ain't finished with these other videos, these other history. I'm writing, but I'm waiting on instructions on how to do it. In a book, videos. I don't know how to do it. And I'm just waiting on him to tell me. But I'm still writing. And whoa. Whoa. We got him. We got him. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, endure.